Danny Vegas time, Danny Vegas world. We are, as always, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, Gene Woods Racing Experience. And like I say every week, go.
Don't spend $10,000 on a bottle service at the local casino.
No, spend $20. Come here instead because it is
The best ride in Vegas.
the best ride in Vegas. Wow. Well, it is Thursday, and as you well know, at 11 o'clock we come on live. Now, hashtag first week of the month, so you know what it means. Hashtag Sharp Tank, hashtag One Lucky Gal. Nicole Taylor Sharp comes in to make her $500,000 because we make $1 million a show.
We do.
That's a fact.
Half $1 million show in a $1 billion city.
That's right. Well, hashtag, usually Danny Vegas Live is all about promoting and marketing and doing all kinds of cool stuff for a lot of cool people. But this is the week that, and I sadly have had to do this before here in America. We had a little incident on Sunday night that literally changed the world, or at least changed our world. If you're watching this live, I'm sure we all know what we're talking about. If you're listening to this or watching this a year from now or whatever, this is the Thursday after the mass shooting in Las Vegas, where an individual has done something that's never been done before. You know, we have these attacks all over the world, whether it's a truck or a group of individuals, whatever, or wherever. But this individual decided that, hey, let's take the route of getting a high advantage point, get a lot of guns, and literally rain bullets down on people.
It was a senseless act of terror that still... There's no motivation. There's no motive. It just doesn't make sense. I think even if there were answers on that side from the point of view of our city, it's just a senseless tragedy on a scale that no American city has ever had to bear with, to deal with for this type of domestic terrorism. There have certainly been some awful things that have happened in other cities, but for our city, for Las Vegas, I think the best city in the entire world, it has been something that has shook us from the core. And I've got to say, coming now, what are we, 5 days into this? 4 days,
somewhere right in there, 3.5.
Yeah. Since our Sunday night incident, I have never been so proud to be a citizen of Las Vegas and to see the heroes that have arisen from the blood and the dust of Sunday night. This truly is something that will certainly change our city for the rest of our lifetime. But oh my gosh, there is just some amazing blessings and tender mercies that have been just cropping up everywhere. So we're going to be talking about not so much looking back and what happened. We're not a news show. We don't profess to be, but we are certainly our hearts and our feet and our minds and our roots run deep in Las Vegas. It's a city that we love. We love the people here. We love the businesses here. We're going to be bringing onto the show Dr. Robin Donaldson. She is a dear friend of the show and also was one of the ground zero clinical psychologists, emotional health workers that were administering triage care to the folks in the aftermath of what happened at Mandalay Bay. And we're going to be getting into those things that you can do, whether you need to be tapping into some resources to help that healing process. If you've got all sorts of energy and will that you want to be continue to be one of the heroes of Las Vegas and to help those that are in need, we'll talk about some resources there on where you can go and how you can be most useful to those that are in need. And then we'll also be talking about, where do we go from here? What should we be doing right now? What should our mood, should our tone be? It's, you and I, we come in here and we have a lot of energy and a lot of love, and we're pow. And, it's just, there's a heaviness and there's a duality.
And for the people who are outside of Vegas and you come in and you fly in and you see these lights just not only the Strip, but they just go out forever, and you just think, wow, this is such a huge city.
Yeah.
This is not a big city. There's no doubt Everybody who lives here is maybe 1 degree of separation from somebody who was there. And I remember Sunday night scrolling through my Facebook, seeing people taking pictures of they're at this concert. And, of course, I was paying no mind to it. I just kind of like, oh, that's cool. Oh, so-and-so's there.
Festival,
Just another festival.
It's country.
Right.
Good for them.
Good for them. I'm kind of a rock guy. So, but at the same time, what worried me the most, hashtag, and I'll be honest with you, I know people who love country and Western music.
Yes.
Yourself, I could literally see you at that concert. You got a couple free tickets. Oh, someone's invited me.
I could
easily
Depeche Mode.
see you there.
I was at Depeche Mode the night before.
Right.
It could have been us.
Yeah.
One of the first messages that I reached out and made, same thing. Our buddy Jerry Zimmerly from Focus Plumbing. Him and his beautiful wife Carissa were at a George Strait concert not too long ago, and once I woke up and had some of my own personal things to deal with, I just started sending out those messages to all the country fans that we have, and just, are you okay? You haven't checked in yet. We should talk about that. We should talk about social media and the check-in for safety.
Right.
God, I looked at it last night. Because I still have folks that are checking in, 5 days after, 4 or 5 days after the incident, that they're safe, and I appreciate that.
Right.
But I went on there, and I've got about 4,500 Facebook connections. I'm trying really hard to be smart with the last of my connections that I can have up to 5,000. I've had more than 2,400 of my friends that have checked in safe or not safe from that incident.
Right.
And what a blessing that we have the ability to be our brother's keeper, and to have that reassurance when things are happening, to know
Well, it was
that
very
they're okay.
interesting, because what my biggest fear, as the pictures started to roll out of the victims, I was afraid it was going to be someone I knew personally. Because I don't even think they got all 50 people. I've seen 30 pictures of victims. And so far, no one I know literally personally. I know people personally that were there. But as far as someone that was actually killed, I don't know anybody. I don't know about wounded, because I haven't got that list. But
we're at over 500 on that.
Yeah, 500 people. And this shooter has really upped the game. I mean, that is just, we think about ways to get backpacks, and we got dogs, and we get to the point where, okay, you got to check into the venue 100 yards away from the actual venue, so you can't get people, crowding up to where there's a soft target. We do all this from all we've learned over the past. They put barricades so you can't run trucks in stuff, and then someone literally crashes a window out in a hotel 1,200 feet away, armed to the teeth, and literally, if you know anything about height and distance, he didn't even have to do this. He just literally had to pull the trigger. That's a new thing that's going to have to be taken care of. The hotels are going to have to figure it out. It's an amazing. It's scary that someone literally now has thought of something new.
I don't want to get into anything political, of course, because we know that there's folks that are already jumping onto gun control and how to prevent this, and what we need to do for that. We have some guests that are in studio that are, shadowing the show from the sidelines. Hello. Videotaping us. From the Netherlands, where it's a culture where there are not the guns like we have. I grew up in Montana.
I grew up in South Dakota.
And, we're hunters.
Guns.
Yeah,
there was guns everywhere.
Yeah, we could, from our high school, have our gun rack in the back of our truck, because you might be going hunting
after school.
So it was no big deal to have the shotgun in the truck. Different culture, but you will see, no matter where it is, what country, what laws, if there is someone that has an agenda to hurt people, they will find a way.
They'll find a way.
They'll just find a way.
Either a truck or a grenade launcher. I don't know. It's kind of scary. You're right. I used to hey, where's the wrench? Oh, it's in the drawer. You pull the drawer, you have to move 2 pistols out of the way to get the wrench. That's the society I grew up in.
Yeah.
But none of them had a machine gun.
Yeah.
Did you ever see a machine gun growing up in Montana?
No.
None of those cats had machine guns.
Because we love our guns, but we were hunting. We were sporting too.
Right.
We like to shoot. We like to target practice, all of that. But
no one had a machine gun.
You did not take an AR-15 to go moose hunting. So.
No. So anyway,
All right.
like I said, we're not going to get into that because there's arguments on both sides, and that's not our job. But
not.
we will be back for segment 2 right after this.